Everyone has a disability, but it's the way you handle it. I taught him that at a very young age. The word can't was never in the vocabulary, right? What would they say? You have a disability, but you have the ability to do anything you can and put your mind to, right? I was 18, senior in high school. I got pregnant. I went in labor 11:30. Arsenio Hall was on. That's how I remember, on the Saturday nights. Baby was healthy. The doctor came in, checked me. For some reason, she wanted to break my water bag. Next thing I know, she was screaming for help for emergency C-section. I remember them telling my parents, one of them's not gonna make it, who would they save? We both made it out. When I went into the emergency room, I was okay. But the minute they broke my water bag, I wasn't. Wasn't sure if it was a hospital fault at that time. I was just happy that I had my child. They never did say that something was going to be wrong with him. Found out maybe close to a year old that he had cerebral palsy. We went to PT, we went to OT, we went to speech therapy. We did it all. There was no way I could do work and him. You're wearing a jacket. One day I was at work and a coworker of mine says, "Why don't you call this lawyer up?" And I was like, "For what?" And she's like, "Just call. It doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt." So we went to the Hurley law firm, and there I met Mark and Chris. They thought we had a pretty good case.
When people are at their most vulnerable, they don't know where to turn, especially when difficult things happen. That's why when we bring somebody on like AMELIA, Saragosa, one of the most important things that we do is let them know they can focus on the day-to-day issues in their lives and not have to worry about us as their lawyers handling their case.
Every case requires a commitment to understanding that story, understanding it at a deep level. By the time I'm done trying a case, I know everything I could do has been done to make sure justice is done.
Chris is able to not only get the research done, but put it in context and present it to a jury in an understandable fashion. And that jury is riveted.
Oh, that may be too big.
One size smaller.
They took care of everything as far as the nurses and the doctors and tracking them down, the people they needed to speak to, and all I had to do is be a mom.
I loved working with Gabriel and AMELIA. They're from the neighborhood in the city where I grew up as a little kid. But also, Gabriel is such an engaging young man who has overcome so much of his disability to have a life where he can have a birthday party like he did a few weeks ago and have the restaurant packed with people because he is such a great person to be around.
That's awesome. This is again.
The day we went on trial, it was my turn. I was getting ready to get called up there. They said, "Don't be nervous, just be yourself." They assured me that they'll be right there, which they are.
The people we represent want their story known because they don't want other people to go through what they've gone through. Going through the trial helps them begin to process the tragedies that they've lived through.
When the settlement came in, it was just a relief because I don't have to worry about who's gonna take care of him if something happens to me. Now the funding is there for when he needs it, for his medical issues.
And this is Mama. She's awesome, she's wonderful. She will do basically anything she can for me. There was a lot going on, but it's all coming out. It just showed it took a lot of work. And I'm thankful for everything. I came a long way.